For centuries, a man's identity was pretty clear. It was forged by his craft, his community, his mastery over his world. But then a profound shift began, the revolution of identity that left a deep fracture in the modern man. We're going to explore this fracture and how it affected the four archetypes of masculinity. It started with the factories. The Industrial Revolution didn't just change how we made things, it changed how we saw ourselves. Before the steam engine and the assembly line, a man's identity was tied to his output, his community, and his mastery. But the machine demanded something different. It took the wizard, the master of craft, the scholar, and the engineer, and turned him into a cog in a massive repetitive wheel. When your entire day consists of unengaging tasks, the magic of creation dies. We traded the joy of the polymath for the efficiency of the drone. We stopped asking, how does this work? And started asking, when is my break? Next, the warrior was sidelined. For millennia, the male biology was optimized for physical exertion, tactical thinking, and the protection of the tribe. Then, the discipline of the athlete and the soldier has been traded for the sedentary desk job. The biological strength we once used daily is now trapped behind a screen. This isn't just about losing muscle. It's about the suppression of healthy outlets for aggression. When the warrior has no battle to fight, the energy doesn't just disappear, it turns inward. It manifests as empty frustration, chronic anxiety, or a hair-trigger irritability. We aren't toxic by nature. We are simply high-performance engines idling in a parking lot until the gaskets blow. Then, the king's crown was traded for a debt. Historically, the king archetype represents the part of a man that provides order, stewards resources, and builds a legacy for the next generation. But as the economy shifted toward hyper-financialization and permanent debt, the man who was meant to build a kingdom found himself merely surviving. It is difficult to feel like a leader when you have no autonomy. When you don't own your home, your tools, or your time, the leader within goes dormant. We see this today in the Peter Pan syndrome, men who refuse to grow up because the world offers them no stake in the outcome. Without a kingdom to steward, the king becomes a wanderer, lacking the weight of responsibility that actually gives a man his gravity. Finally, the lover was isolated. The lover isn't just about romance, it is the archetype of the artist, the friend, and the man who is in touch with the beauty of the world. In our current era of hyperstimulation, the bridge that keeps us connected has been replaced by a digital bubble. We are living in a parasocial void. We trade real brotherhood for likes and real intimacy for pixels. The tragedy of the modern man is that he is more connected than any of his ancestors, yet more lonely than any of them could imagine. When the lover is fractured, we lose our empathy, our appreciation for art, and our ability to form the deep, non-transactional bonds that make life worth living, be it romantic or platonic. This is why we feel like the path is gone. The world changed so fast in the blink of an eye that we have not been able to adapt to meet it. But here is the truth. Understanding the fracture is the first step to healing it. You are not a victim of history unless you choose to be. The wizard can still learn, the warrior can still train, the king can still lead, and the lover can still reach out and reconnect. It may not be as easy, but few things in life that matter are. It's time to stop letting the course of history direct you and start being a navigator of your own path. If you're ready to trade reaction for action, join the Brotherhood. Take up the compass and let's keep building.